What do we got here? I'm trying to go live and something's not go live. Let's see what it says. All right. Well, let's remove it. Remove. All right. And save changes. Oh boy, this is an exciting way to start a show. Hey, folks, looks like we're just going out to YouTube and Facebook. As I went live, I got a notification that the Twitter wasn't connecting somehow. X wasn't connecting. And so, hey, just want to jump out and say happy Friday. And it is the happiest of Fridays for us here in Kansas. Those of you that have followed along, you know that we trended the hashtag escaping California just about a year ago. We moved from California to Kansas, and it has been a wonderful move. Not only have we gotten out from underneath that, that entrepreneur umbrella that can happen in California where you generate revenue, but it's not enough revenue to really get ahead, but it's and you're always fighting, and the economy in California just wasn't very friendly to us as a family. So we escaped and we went to Kansas, and in less than a year, we were able to change our whole financial outlook, and we actually just bought a house and we get the keys today. So in just a few hours, I'm going to be sitting in someone else's office, signing away some paperwork and getting a set of keys and going to our new house. So I'm super thrilled to make that announcement and to help celebrate with you guys that's going on. Now, as you join today, and this one might go 20 minutes, might go half an hour, but it's come up a lot. I work directly with Lifter LMS. I work directly with WP Tonic. I, of course, run the Manana No Mas agency. I do training for the Marine Retailers Association. And I also own the Powersport Academy, where we teach powersports dealers how to increase their parts and labor revenue through their dealerships and grow a more stable work environment, internal culture for people in that industry. So it might seem like there's a lot going on there, but trust me, it all works really, really well together. And, the folks at Lifter have a great rapport with WP Tonic and back and forth. So sharing the services of Manana No Mas between those two contracts is not a conflict at all. It works really, really well. But working at that level of integration with all different clients, it has really lent itself to Manana No Mas, myself, to understand how does an entrepreneur really come into the web space. You see, I've been working in WordPress since 2004. I've been working with HTML websites since before that. And so I might have a more jaded view of this. I might have what a lot of agencies have, and that is a taking it for granted attitude. How do you go from I'm an entrepreneur with a business concept, an entrepreneur with an idea, an entrepreneur with a silent partner that, we're going to do X, Y, and Z together. We're going to build trailers. We're going to start a plumbing company. We're going to do remodeling and construction. We're going to publish a book. We're going to something comes to you as an entrepreneur that you want to move forward with. But then the question immediately comes up with, are we going to have a website? Hopefully the answer is yes, but then it comes, what kind of website? Are we going to use a SaaS product like Wix or Squarespace or Shopify? I'm listening to Spotify. So are we going to use a SaaS product? Are we going to build our own HTML purpose-built driven website? Are we going to hire somebody to build us a custom website? Or might we go the open source direction and go with, Joomla, Drupal, WordPress? There's all these things. And so people in my position have a habit of taking it for granted that business people already know what they want or need. And so we'll come at the conversation from, well, what did you expect? Blah, 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 start doing some needs assessment. In a lot of cases, startups might not even really have put much thought into how they're going to get online. They might know they want a website, but they might not have any clue about those 5 or 6 names I just threw at you. And so it's become notably more important for me to recognize, what do people really want? When I tell people that I work in WordPress, do they care that I work in WordPress, or do they want something that's going to answer their need, answer their pain point? So I started looking at this from an agency perspective, and the timing could not have been better. And so I want to kind of share with you how we're meeting the needs of not just enterprise, fully funded giant project clients. Like if you are an enterprise client, a giant company with 600 employees and a whole training division, and you need someone to build you a website that runs your, technical SCORM content along with marketing content and a functional CRM, we can do that. Mañana No Mas is a full service agency, and we are here to assist with all these enterprise, huge projects. We love them. I tell people all the time, I love problem solving these big projects. If you think about the Y Institute and how I'm built as somebody that's always looking for a better way and finding a way to communicate the complex in a simple way. So that fits my wheelhouse perfect. But then that leaves everyone else behind. And one of the goals of Mañana No Mas, especially since we were formed in Albuquerque, New Mexico, 15 years ago, one of our core tenets was always, don't leave the startup behind. Don't grow so big that you can't offer some service to people that are trying to get started. And the timing right now could not have been better. Our hosting with Mañana No Mas has recently come up with part of our platform that allows us to create a fully templated, fully populated website with all of the tools that somebody would need for their business. And they can subscribe to it and in just minutes have a fully populated templated website with all of the tools in it that they would want. And so to give you an idea of this, we just did I want to make sure I have the right screen share up. Yep, here we go. Add to stage. There we go. So this website right here that you're seeing on the screen, this website, you want it, you can have it. It's that simple. So this is a fully fledged website. It's fully populated. It's got everything in it. I created a whole tutorial video that shows people like, hey, if you buy this website, this is how you make changes to the text. This is how you make changes to the images. And so all of this is pre-built, pre-structured, pre-templated. And so for a lot of people coming into the internet space, this is one of those questions like, I don't know how to make a website. I don't understand how to break my content apart and build content that fits it. Well, this makes it simple, right? You go to the About page and you say to yourself, okay, well, our story, we focus on building strong, and you go, okay. So I click on edit page opens up, and then I literally click on what I want to change, and I can just type it in. So we focus on building strong dynamic sites. Now I'm going to say, we teach companies how to make money, right? We teach companies how to make money, right? Because this is for a consultancy business. And then right here where it says lorem ipsum, blah, 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 this would go, okay, so I need a short sentence here, and I need maybe 2 or 3 sentences here. You just swap out the text, and bada boom, bada bing, you've got yourself content. Over here, we've got a carousel. Look at this carousel. It's going to go through and it's going to change images, right? So we can go ahead and, sorry, I clicked the wrong thing, but we can go in here and we can change the way the carousel looks. We can change the pictures. I don't have to go through all this right now because, quite honestly, I've already made a tutorial to go with this. So let's leave this, go back to that page. We've got home, about, portfolio, services, contact, and a blog. Anything you don't want to have, just go into menus and delete it from the menu as an option. This thing's ready to go. Now, you're going to say to yourself, but Kurt, it's just a website. It is a website, but I've also added the tools in here that come with your hosting. It's already pre-configured for you. We've got a CRM, a forms tool, a booking tool, and all of that is in place. So if you want to set up a website that people can fill out information on a form, that form automatically adds that person to the CRM, automatically adds them to the automation string that you've built, an email sequence like a sales funnel. It's already there. Those tools are already in the website. Let's say you've got a team of people. Maybe you've got 4 or 5 people on your team, and you want them to be able to offer appointments through the website where clients would have to prepay for their session with a member of your team. That tool's already in the website. It's already there. All you got to do is put in your Stripe credentials so they can collect the money for your account, and then build the sessions. So you got let's say you've got a consultant named George, and George is available Tuesdays and Thursdays. You've got a consultant named Sarah. She's available Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And you're like a third consultant. You're available Monday through Friday. You can literally build in the appointment setter those parameters, and then customers can go in just like a Calendly menu, and they can say, I want to make an appointment with George, select the times that George is available, boom, put in their credit card information, book the time. So now you've built revenue before you've actually done the work. And so you're only having to schedule time with people for spaces that are prepaid. And of course, you can offer free meetings if you want to offer free meetings. But I just want to convey to you, for somebody that is a startup, for a minimal viable project, we've got an answer. You have a consultancy, we have an answer. This for you, let me go over to this right here. I'm going to say add to stage again. And now I'm going to go to this one. I'm going to share this tab. I'm going to make sure this tab is coming up for you. We just put out this blog post just this afternoon, and that is our new server capacity, everything I just explained to you. Here is a 17 or 18-minute video on how I show people how this template works. And this for you, $79 a month right now. You click this big black bar right here, and it takes you right to a link that says, what's your domain? Do you want to put in your domain? Do you want to have register a new domain? Or do you just want to choose the domain later and get this thing started? So you can actually develop this on a development staging site within our server. And when you're ready, we can help you map this to the URL of your choice. Folks, this is big, big, big news. We don't just have the consultancy one that we've done. We've also done one for construction type folks that are into remodeling and stuff like that as well. So we've got construction and remodeling, and then we've got this business consultancy model, and each of them are custom developed templates that go directly to that niche. So in our construction model, for example, we have it where it's people can make appointments. There's a shopping cart in there, so they can actually have like products and goods that they sell through the site, or pre-sell services. We've got that. And then the ability to make lead magnets and to build out the rest of the site. Now, I get it. You might be so busy on your startup that you want to focus on the business and not really be a webmaster. We totally understand that. But here's the bridge we're trying to gap for you. Do you just want a simple website up quick to represent what you're working on for $79 a month? You're in, you've got it. Mañana No Mas is a full service agency. So obviously, if you need help with logo development, a branding guide, blowing out lead magnets, or helping you build those CRM automation email funnel messages, we can totally do that for you. But our goal is not to oversell people and burden them with a lot of tech up front. Our goal is to get you online and get you creating revenue with your project, and then be there for you as you land and expand and eventually become one of our enterprise clients. Now, for our enterprise clients, again, with 500, 1,000 employees, whatever, giant projects, we are absolutely there for you as a full service agency to do a full needs assessment, give you a full proposal, outlay the scope of work, and address, these 6-figure plus projects at a very equitable rate. And we have a project management system that gives all of our enterprise clients the ability to follow the projects task by task, milestone by milestone, track the hours, and actually see where their budget is going building their project. Now, no matter which angle you are, whether you're a startup or you're an enterprise client, the motto is the same. With Mañana No Mas, our catchphrase since 2008 has been getting shit done yesterday. And you'll see it right there on the screen. It says getting it done yesterday with the asterisk. That asterisk and the mañana is what makes the logo that you're looking at. And it's been that way since 2008. So if I sound excited, if I sound like maybe this is a lot of hype, it's not just hype, it's hype with substance. We have been struggling to figure out, how do you economically offer a startup, hosting services, a pre-formulated website, the tools they need, access to the tools they need. How do you do that as an agency without going broke? Like, you want to provide good services, but how do you do it without going broke? Well, since we have since we have agency access to these different plugin tools, we are able to put these packages together on our hosting. And since they're templated, we're able to build them and then sell them over and over and over again to people. Now, here's the good news. If you looked at that website that we made for consultancy and you go, I really don't like that template. This whole thing is based on Kadence and Kadence starter templates. So if there's a different Kadence starter template that you'd prefer to work from, that's already in the website. You can go in, select a different starter template, overwrite the one that's in the website that you get, and you can start with that one. Folks, all of the options are there. If you want to change the global colors, you have access to that through the customizer. If you want to change the fonts, you have access to that through the customizer. When you want to load up your custom logo, you do that right through the customizer for site identity, and it loads up your logo and it populates that through the rest of the website. Folks, when you run up against a brick wall and you need a coaching call, we run office hours at Mañana No Mas to help our clients not only get up to speed with the products that we offer, but to start looking at what that land and expand model looks like. So you're not alone. Lastly, these hosting packages, they include the maintenance on a monthly basis. So we're going to make sure that we update your WordPress core and we manually update your plugins to keep them as up to date as we feel is reasonable. Okay. So what that means is we're looking at the tools that are in your website and we're making sure that everything continues to work and be reliable and be secure. And if we see something that we think could be a potential plugin conflict or something that's going to need a Band-Aid right away, we might hold off on that update for a week or two and then do that update and push it out when we feel that it is more stable, right? And that's the kind of service that you need for your business so that you can focus on running the business. We'll focus on keeping the website live, and we're there with our support system to answer your support tickets and give you guidance along the way. Folks, we're going to have more of these type of templates roll out. So like I said, right now, we've got a construction and a remodeling template. We've also got the business consultancy template. We're going to do one for that's just for authors, right? And the one that'll be just for authors will be like, how do you sell an ebook? Do you have other products to sell? And have that built that way, right? And so these templated projects will come out, again, for people that need a minimal viable product that aligns with whatever their vertical is. They just go in, change their text, change their images, publish, and it's ready to go. Just start populating social media with your new URL, put out whatever your offer or your deal is. Since you'll have your Stripe credentials in your website, you'll be able to build revenue and go from there. Once you start building revenue and your project really starts to gain some traction, come on back to us at Mañana No Mas and we'll say, okay, what do you want to add? What do you want to subtract? What do you want to customize? What do you want to do? And if you have the budget, we'll be there absolutely to help you grow and manage this as it scales. But let's get you going. So like I said, do we serve enterprise clients? Absolutely. I love enterprise clients. Do we also serve people entry-level startup coming in, getting started? Folks, we moved our agency from Southern California to Hutchinson, Kansas. And when we got to Hutchinson, we were quite frankly amazed. This place is thriving. Tons of startups, tons of new businesses, tons of places that really need help with their websites. So, I've got like 4 or 5 food trucks in this town that I love. And these food trucks need real websites with real e-commerce capability. Imagine there was a fish and chips truck up here that was wonderful, had great food. But imagine if they could place the order online and show up and just pick it up without having to stand in that line for 45 minutes getting fish and chips. This is what I'm talking about. This is how we can meet these businesses where they are at, help them to land and expand as we also expand our services on this templated model. I'm thrilled that our server gave us the capacity to be able to do this. This capacity was announced last month. We put the construction one up as a test unit. It's worked really, really well. So now the consultancy one is the one we've added today. You'll see food trucks added very shortly. So we're going to do food trucks. We're going to do sporting teams. We're going to do local event pages. All of these will be templated representations with all of the tools that people need so that they can instantly launch their new concept and do kind of a proof of market, right? Proof of concept. I'm super, super thrilled to be able to offer it. So if you want, you can go to manananomas.com. If you go to manananomas.com, you're going to see, where is it? Not that one, this one, not that one. Let me just type it over here. If you're going to go to manananomas.com, you're going to see our new website. And when you see our new website, you can go right to posts. And in posts, you're going to see our latest post here, which is consultancy template hosted with Manana no Mas. And that's going to give you some details. It's going to give you access to the video we made with all the tutorial stuff and the ability to go directly to the purchase link and buy yourself a $79 a month, fully hosted, fully maintained, fully tooled consultancy website ready to go to get you launched and get you started. Other than that, folks, like I said, I get the keys to my new house today. We're going to celebrate that. We're going to try to enjoy ourselves throughout the move and try and stay excited about getting over there. If you already work with Manana no Mas, I am thrilled to have you as part of our team. If you know of anyone that would benefit from working with Manana no Mas, I would love for you to send them our way. manananomas.com or, of course, Manana no Mas on X, facebook.com/Manana no Mas, and on it goes. Folks, I love you. Have a great weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.